his experiences while he's on the bus.
Yeah, and thinking about them and how life's all the same. I don't know. Okay, so what do you feel happens in the narrative?
Well, I think it's about a guy. He gets on a bus, and while he's on the bus, he's remembering all like experiences that he's had, and it kind of all merges together eventually. And then at the end of it, he gets off the bus and he just goes home.
And do you feel it fits with the indie genre?
I definitely think so, especially all the camera shots and stuff that you.
And why is that?
Well, a lot of the time you've jump cut a lot of the shots, which is quite effective because it like speeds things up a lot.
Okay, and does...
There's a guy who catches a bus, but he obviously seems to have some relationship issues, causing him to get angry at people and talk things over, which doesn't turn out too well.
Cool. George?
Can't really comment on anything else, to be honest, pretty much, yeah.
I think that's the same kind of thing. That's what came across in the video.
I got out of it.
It's the main reading. I don't think there's anything subliminal behind it.
Okay. Does the performance...
Basically, this guy who's the main singer of the band, as you see when it's singing, gets on the bus, he has a conversation with his mate, and then, like, they're obviously talking about their problems or whatever, and then he gets off the bus and they wave goodbye, and then he has an argument with a girl, and...
Who do you think the girl is?
It's a very important part of his life, maybe his girlfriend.
Yeah. Carry on, or is that...
Oh yeah, and then, and then he just goes to the band singing, and then at the end, when he's by himself, it could signalise that the fact that he's by himself now, rather than with other people.
That makes sense,
in life, yeah.
I think so. I mean, some of them they were kind of trying not to laugh and stuff, but like you kind
That's
of
to be
covered
expected,
it up.
isn't it?
You covered it up with your editing.
Do you think the editing helped at all?
Yeah, it did definitely.
I think it does. The band synced up really well with the music video, I think, with the actual music, sorry. Andy acts quite well in it.
The editing's really in time with
Do you think
the
it's down
music.
to the acting or the editing or
The
both?
editing,
Or...
like the jump cuts are all in time with the music and it makes it really professional.
Cool.
Yeah, it looks quite authentic.
Does it remind you?
Oh yeah, very convincing. I thought the band members did a very good job of playing the instruments, and it looked
all of them.
Proper. There was maybe the drummer. She might have done a better job of playing the drums. But other than that, it looks good.
Pretty natural.
And the acting was very good, especially on the bus. There was one guy who I thought was really good, and his mate was all right. And yeah,
cool.
It's just quite sort of stereotypically sort of indie, isn't it?
Can you notice anything that's been taken over from other videos that you've seen? Any ideas or?
There's like a yellow hue to the film.
Oh yeah.
That's present in quite a few indie music videos.
Yeah.
And sort of loads of jump cuts and stuff as well.
And cutaway shots like sun shining through things.
Yeah.
oh yeah, loads. There's all the sort of rock bands, alternative rock bands there,
Such
quite
as?
similar, like The Script, for example.
And why does it remind you of that?
Because it has a storyline. Then every now and again it goes to the band and it shows them singing.
Yeah, so
Playing
you think
the
that
song,
made
playing
it
the song.
recognisable like the other ones?
Yeah. Jamie T, one of her ones.
Because it cuts to the performance, yeah.
I'd like to be friends with Andy, but I wouldn't like to be friends with his girlfriend, even though I am playing his girlfriend in it.
And why is that?
Because she's quite mean, just like shouting at him and stuff, and he's just like, you know what,
Do
just
you think she
forget
looks
me.
out of place, or...?
Yeah. No, she doesn't look out of place, but she just seems like a very angry character.
And why would you want to be Andy's friend? As the main character, as the protagonist?
I think it's because you've made him seem to be like a nice guy and stuff.
Did you feel like the editing's kind of positioned you in his kind of favour?
Yeah, it's kind of focused mostly on him.
And that's a
like
good thing.
all the screen time is based on him.
Yeah, and you think that's a good thing?
Yeah, I definitely think so.
I don't see why not.
They look nice people.
Yeah, they seem.
Why do you think that?
I think you're kind of positioned to like them, I guess.
You feel like
What, the main character or everybody?
Yeah,
or?
you feel sorry for the main character.
Yeah,
Because
okay.
everything goes well for him.
What about the other band members? Do they seem more insignificant or less significant?
You don't really see much of them because
No.
the main character gets all the
Because
screen
you
time.
don't get sort of, you just see them playing really, you don't get a proper
Yeah.
story or anything.
Do you think that they should have been more in with the story, or do you think they should have been more important and like emphasised in the story?
Not really, I think it was alright. I mean, Singer was obviously in the actual video as well, so
So he was the main one really
yeah, he
for
was
you.
sort of the main
Yeah.
character.
It just got confusing when there was a song and his lips looked like they were saying something else
At what point was that?
on the bus, and
Oh yeah, that wasn't the best lip
his
syncing.
girlfriend.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yes, because they were very like it was very relatable to me, and I suppose it will be for other people as well, because there's nothing like fancy about them that like you wouldn't find just in everyday life.
Did they seem like
walking
every
down
other
the street.
like,
Yeah,
normal
just like-
people?
yeah, something
Yeah.
you'd see walking around college or whatever. I would suggest like fairly similar to the music that actually is, like alternative rock, indie, all that sort of business.
Because of the same way the video's constructed.
Yeah,
And the people that are in it.
yeah, and yeah.
And
I really think everything to be honest, it was quite good.
Yeah.
There's not really any editing issues, and the actual was quite good.
you need to give me some bad
Everything
Maybe
things.
synced
like
up
some of the
really
lip
well.
syncing when the main character has like his hand over his face and you
Yeah.
don't really like
Oh,
see
yeah.
much of what he's trying to say, or
No, fair enough. Yeah. And do you not think I could have made the story more obvious in it, or
I don't know.
focused on anybody
We can all
else?
tell what's going on.
Yeah,
in it,
it's-
so
Okay.
it's a pretty
Not
main
really
story.
any issues either.
Okay.
I thought the bit where they was doing where the screen was split into four and it had the people singing was irrelevant to the video, and I don't think
Because of the people in it, or the actual video
the,
bit
yeah,
itself.
the actual bit where it was cut into four, 'cause I thought it didn't have any reflection of the story.
Or the characters in it, or the actual whole point of it.
The actual whole point of splitting it into four.
Right. Okay.
And I thought that it might have been better if it was the band members singing rather than four people.
Okay.
And I
Anything
thought the
else?
bit where she was on, where they was arguing on the bench could have been improved, because it's the jump start things, whatever they're called.
Jump cuts.
Jump cuts. They said like it was like one of them was an accident because it didn't quite fit in.
You didn't think it looked like it was on purpose?
Yeah,
it
it
was
looked
just
like an accident.
coincidental or whatever.
Yeah. And at the end, when the main character's walking away and it has the jump cuts, it doesn't like completely match every beat, and
So there's only a few of them.
and there's one of them that it misses.
So that kind of ruined it for you.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Thank you, James.